Please welcome to the stage, Lydia Popovich, everybody.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, that sounds like you're not sure how you're doing. It's Monday night. Hi, how's it going? How you doing? You left the house. It's cold as fuck and you made it out. Let's pretend like it counts. Woo, what's up? That's right. I got on a plane. I'm from California. I am not used to this shit. No, thank you. I walked to go buy a joint and some Oreos, and I almost fucking got blown off the goddamn street. And look at me. I should not get blown off of a damn street. It was the first time I felt light since the 3rd grade. I was like, oh, how does it feel, you know? It was so great. It's a good city though. I've been having a good time. It's pretty nice. But whatever, let's talk about me. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? We talk about your city all day, but who cares? Let's talk about me. My name is Lydia Popovich, which might be confusing. Popovich is not a traditional Latino last name, but I do have this big Mexican face. I get it, she's nodding. She's like, yes, bitch, please explain. I don't understand. This is not adding up, it doesn't make sense. I know, it's confusing, right? Here's the situation. I am Mexican, and I am Russian. Yeah, you hear that resounding silence? That one nervous bit of laughter? I know, okay? Welcome to my childhood. It was not easy, all right? And this administration has not made it any easier, all right? Fucking Mexican and Russian, are you kidding me? Like, I lost the race lottery, you know? I don't know if I'm the lowest class citizen in this country or if I fucking run it. You know, I don't know. But it's cool though, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of me, because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, all throughout the day, I'm a very confident bitch. Very confident bitch. Thank you, appreciate that. Few woos, few claps, you guys, I appreciate the support, but it is not necessary. That is how confident I am. Like, legit confident through the roof. Like, the only way you can get close to being as confident as I am is stacking like 6 skinny bitches on top of each other. Like, it's kind of close, you know what I mean? I have named my confidence level. I like to call my confidence Jolene. You know? Because I will steal your man just because I can. That's just where I'm at in my life. Very confident. I love it though, you know, and the thing to remember is that confidence isn't something that you're born with, right? You've never seen a confident ass baby. You know what I mean? Just right out of the womb, like, get your hand off my neck, I can do it myself! You know? There's no confident ass babies swiping away titties like, bring me a glass of milk like an adult! You know? Like, oh man. Confidence is something that you learn. It's got to be nurtured. You know, your parents have to spend that time with you, and as a young woman, it's important. You have a father in your life. I was fortunate. I had a father who loved me, you know? Not too much. Just enough, right? Just enough that I can stand up here. I can look at all you beautiful people in the face and tell you confidently that I'm a gift. Yes, you're welcome, sir. A gift. Beautiful gift. I'm not the only gift in here, though. There's gorgeous gifts. Look, gift, 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 gift. Tons of beautiful gifts in here. Ladies, you are gifts. Do not forget the importance of your power. Do not forget how beautiful you are. Do not forget the gift you are bestowing upon this earth by existing, okay? But let's not forget how gifts work, right? Nobody wants that busted ass gif in the corner. You know what I mean? That one shitty gift that's been wrapped hastily with newspaper and duct tape. You know what I mean? Some aluminum foil and some weird twine. Like, nobody wants that gift, you know? People want that big box, you know? That big one with the nice crazy paper and, you know, the sparkly ass bow. The one that's so big it's tucked off behind the tree because there's no other place to put it. You know? That's me. I'm that gift. People want to walk around and they want to kick it a few times. What's inside, you know? It's true. I'm talking about fashion, ladies, if you have not followed this metaphor. I'm talking about wrapping your bodies. Wrap your gift. I love clothes, I love fashion. I think it's so important to express yourself. I think it's so important to leave the house looking like you give a fuck. You know what I mean? Tell the world, hello, I'm ready to be unwrapped. Only when asked. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta look good. And I'm a big old bitch. I've mentioned a few times, I'm gonna keep talking about it because it doesn't bother me. I can tell some of you are bothered because every time I say it, you're like, she's fan. I love it. I'm a gorgeous fat lady, you know? I love clothes. And I always get sad when I meet other fat women that are like just dressed poorly, like there's just nothing that fits my body. I'm like, what are you talking about, bitch? Look at me. I look great. I look great every single day when I leave the house. Go to a store, find some clothes. It exists. But here's the thing, ladies. You gotta be careful, right? I want you to wrap your bodies, I want you to wrap your gifts, but I want you to be mindful, all right? You gotta make sure to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You can't be leaving the house in some creative outfit without taking a second look, you know? Take chances, sure, but the last thing you want is to show up to your homegirls and they're like, oh, this is interesting. Is that a hat? No. So you gotta use a little mantra. You know, you gotta make sure that you look at yourself, take it full in, and make sure you're sending the message that you wanna send, right? I like to use the words of Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel once famously said that before you leave the house, every woman should stop, look in the mirror, and take one thing off, right? And that's to make sure that you're not over-accessorizing, right? Now, as a reminder, I am Mexican and Russian. I do too much. I need the reminders. And I use this because it keeps me from getting in trouble, and it saved me from a world of embarrassment not too long ago. I'm getting ready to go out. Homegirl called last minute. She's like, hey, do you want to go to this thing? I was like, sure. What do I wear? She's like, doesn't matter. Just look cute. So immediately got off the phone. I was like, red dress. I know exactly what I'm wearing. Every woman in this room has an outfit that is her go-to shit. When someone calls you last minute and they say, look cute, you're like, bitch, brown pants, green shirt. Like, you know it, right? That's my red dress. Now, I put my red dress on, and for whatever reason this night, wasn't happening, sir. Wasn't feeling like I normally feel. So I started accessorizing. Put on a belt, put on some bracelets, put on some little boots, you know what I mean? Put on a little sweater, and everything I put on, I was like, work. You know, it was just coming together. I was feeling it. And I was about ready to march out the door to my event, feeling confident, feeling strong, feeling gorgeous. And then I remembered, Coco Chanel, bitch. Coco Chanel. So I took steps back into my apartment, and I took a look at the mirror that's right by my front door. And I've got it there expressly for that reason. And I took a nice long look, and I was like, oh no. Bitch, you look like Santa. I was horrified. I looked like fucking Santa Claus. I had on a red dress, I put on a thick black belt, like 3 times as thick as this, with a gold buckle, big ass gold buckle. I had on boots, they had gold buckles on them. I put on a white sweater with a fur trim, like what the fuck was I thinking? I looked like motherfucking Santa Claus. I was terrified. I was like, girl, you gotta change this whole outfit. You are not this kind of ho-ho-ho. It's terrible. It's embarrassing. Did you like that story, sir? There's a very, just like a, like I want to laugh, but I don't know if as a man sitting in this chair I can make, am I allowed to laugh as much? Just take a deep breath, listen up, buddy, you're going to be fine. He's like, I'm a lady who's getting older. I see some fellow aging ladies in the crowd. I also see some young ladies in the crowd. Now, someone just said, like I'm gonna start shit. I got a man like, oh shit, she's talking, oh shit. He's probably sitting next to a young lady, right? Here's the thing. Let's bring it, you know what I mean? I turned 40 this year, I'm fucking here for it. I am so fucking happy to be 40 finally. It is the best. And now I'm looking at some young women in the eyes and you're looking at me confused, almost terrified. Like if I keep looking at you, you're gonna catch it. You know what I mean? Guess what, bitch? You're gonna catch it! And here's the secret. You think you know everything right now. Young bitches are out here ordering Cosmos and short dresses in the snow and shit, living reckless and wild. You think you know everything, but I'm here to tell you, you don't know shit about shit. Your life starts at 40. I realized that. I had all these older women in my life that were telling me this, and I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? And then I was just like, oh, she's right. I don't give a fuck anymore. This is great, you know? So now my goal is to be 70. Like, I want to be 70 tomorrow. Like, let's do this shit. Like, I am so ready to be older. Because you know why? I'm fucking tired. Yes. I'm tired. I'm fucking exhausted, okay? Like, when you're 70 years old, nobody is checking for you. You can live only the truth in all of your lives. Nobody is checking for you. You know, I have friends that are like, but Lydia, what if you end up old and alone? I'm like, here's hoping. You know, that's the fucking goal, all right? I'm ready for it, all right? I'm tired of answering questions, all right? I don't know where your fucking keys are, okay? Maybe they're in your pants where you left them. I don't shit in the house, okay? I don't know where your shit is. That's your responsibility. Maybe put it in your puss. Put it in your puss. You could, yeah, purse is what I meant there. I mean, I've definitely hid shit in my puss before. That definitely comes from handy. But I meant purse. But sometimes other words come out, you know? But it's true, I just want to be 70 years old. All I want to worry about when I wake up in the morning is which caftan am I putting on? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it does not have a kimono sleeve, I am not fucking with it. I want to be able to leave the house wearing all of my jewelry. All of it. Every fucking piece. Do you know what I'm saying? Just necklaces. Every fucking necklace I own. Just bangles from wrist to elbow. You know what I mean? Coco Chanel be damned. Brooch. Fucking all of it. I want to look like a fucked up combination of 2 Chainz and Mr. T. You know what I mean? Like, when I walk around, I want to sound like a car driving away from a Mexican wedding. Just like, clank. I want to do whatever the fuck I want. I want to wake up in the morning and just immediately start drinking gin. Just immediately. You know, I want to be fucking toasted as shit by 9:30 in the morning. Just sauntering around the courtyard of my apartment complex. Kimono open. You know, one tit just wagging in the wind. Like it's an accident, but it's not. Just waving at neighbors, drawing circles in the sand. You know? Starting conversations that go nowhere but always end in, I used to be a dancer, you know? This sounds so fucking great, you know? I just want to lie to my neighbors without being questioned. I mean, I do that now, but there's usually a lot of questions. How are you guys doing tonight? All right, you don't, that's not a convincing all right. You know, like this? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm sitting front row at a comedy show and I'm indifferent. So right now he's smiling politely and nervously. You're gonna get it, mister, don't worry. It's true. So here's something I want to talk about. Anybody in here suffer from road rage? Yeah, right? Everybody's got a little bit of road rage. Get on the road, something happens, all of a sudden you just fucking unwind in unhuman ways that you didn't even know you were capable of doing. Like, it's this next level of angry that you get in your car, right? Like, you're driving, like, even if you get angry, like, at your husband, your wife, your spouse, your mom, your dad, you never go from 0 to road rage mad, you know? Like, you're just driving your car and you're like, this fucking guy! You know, like veins are popping out in your neck and you're all fucking fired up. You know, you show up wherever you're going and your friend's like, how were you? How was the drive? That's the first question. Also, if we're really good friends, if you want to be a good friend, stop asking people how the drive was. You know how the fucking drive was! Or you don't care, just skip that, you know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, how was the drive? And you're like, this guy, 40 miles ago. You know, and you start telling this tale that no one cares about. And the bottom line is this, you being angry isn't gonna make that person a better driver, right? No, all you're doing is getting yourself worked up. It is a waste of energy. So here's where I'm at in my life. I realize this and I'm just like, as I get older, as I get wiser, I realize I want to be mindful of how I spend my energy. And being mad at some stranger in the car is not how I want to spend my energy. So last year I consciously made the decision to let the rage go, all right? So that I can channel that energy into something more productive, something that actually brings value to my life. Now, what I'm doing to bring value to my life. So last year, we heard all these harrowing tales from women. Terrible tales of Me Too. Terrible tales of being mistreated by men. I think we all know that, like, it's just a shitty situation, but, like, ladies, like, don't let it get you down. We had all these movements, there was marches, bless you, you know what I mean, that were happening. There's pussy hats that were being done. Like, there's so much unification happening between women. And I think it's so beautiful to see women together, to come together towards a common thing. But here's the situation. I've always been more of a grassroots kind of gal. I'm always the kind of person that likes to make immediate changes in my life that can make changes around me. So what I've been doing is really thinking critically about how I can shift perspective with men, all right? Men, you're fucking creeps, all right? I know there's some in here, you're looking away from me, so I'm gonna keep looking at you. It's okay. Men are fucking creeps, all right? It's not your fault, but it is your fault. You know what I mean? Like, no one's told you to not be creepy for a long time. So ladies, I want you to remember that shit. I want you to remember that you can be just as fucking creepy as a man. Jay-Z once famously said, ladies are pimps too. So go on, brush your shoulders off, all right? That shit's true. So if we're pimps, then why the fuck can't we also be creeps, you know? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make room in my life and rechannel all that energy into just making men feel uncomfortable. That's my shit for 2019, is making men feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I'm just walking up to men, I'm not asking, I'm just caressing faces. Hey boo, how you doing? You know? You're in the grocery store, ladies, you see some man do something average as shit, you just walk by, give him a little quick tap on the balls. Good job, buddy, good job. Good job, buddy, good job. You know? Driving in your car, fucking catcall a dude. You ever catcall a dude? Pull that car over, don't pull all the way over, but get over, you know what I mean? Make some eye contact, or don't, they never do, you know what I mean? Make eye contact, yell something shitty out the window like, what that dick do? You know? And just drive off. Now, I tell you both these things because I want to tell you this story, all right? Here's the situation. I'm taking all of this lady creep energy and I'm rechanneling all this road rage energy, right? So now when I drive, what I do is I look, of course I'm paying attention to the road, but I'm looking at the world around me. Every time I get angry, I start looking around and I look at the trees and I look at the sidewalk and I look at people walking down to calm me down. And I was driving recently and I felt myself getting angry and I'm looking around and doing all of my things, making sure I don't get road rage triggers. And out of the corner of my eye, I see walking down the street, literally, the hottest dude I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like so fucking hot, like cartoon eyeballs, like woo, you know what I mean? This guy was so attractive. The only way I can properly describe what he looks like is a combination of Idris Elba and The Rock. All right, imagine that. Yeah, it's amazing. He was so tall, so beefy, his thighs were arguing with his pants. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I was like, those shits are gonna break free any moment, and I'm fucking here for it, you know? So I get my phone out because I want to take a picture of him because that's how creepy I am. And I'm trying to change lanes, and I start fucking driving erratically because I'm trying to change lanes and get over so I can yell some shit at him. And I'm changing lanes, and I'm driving like a real piece of shit, and nobody is honking at me, and I'm shocked. I'm like, what is happening, you know? And I'm just about to make my last lane change when I hear it, the big angry honk, the fucking that angry honk that when you look up into the rearview mirror, you expect to see a very angry face staring back at you. But I don't see that. Instead, what I hear is a car whipping around. And as that car whips around, the light changes. So now, I'm side by side with this car that has honked at me, which means I gotta turn and make eye contact with this person. And I do because I'm not a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I look at him, and I think it's gonna be a man, but it's not. It's a beautiful woman, beautiful black woman, full face of makeup, and she is pissed. She is looking at me, she is swearing, and all of a sudden I hear everything that she's saying, and she's just like, you a whole problem, you a whole problem, you a whole motherfucking problem. And I'm just staring at her blank face, and I'm taking it because she's right. I'm a fucking problem, okay? And she's looking at me, and she's getting angry because I'm not responding, and I'm not engaging in the anger, and she's just like, and what the fuck are you trying to take a picture of anyway? I didn't know what to do, so I just stared at her blankly, and I just pointed at the dude who's now stopped at the crosswalk, waiting for the light to change, and I'm pointing. And she goes, what the fuck are you pointing at? Oh my God! She looks back at me and she looks at me and she goes, oh my God! Oh, you right, you absolutely right. Oh, you right. She rolls down her window and starts yelling, hey baby, how you doing? Where you going? Hey boo, you too cute to drive work. You need a ride to work. You need a ride. You're too cute to walk. You need a ride. What's up? What's up? And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. You know? Oh my God. So I roll my window down and I'm like, is there any more room in those jeans for me? And this dude looks at us terrified. The light changes. He starts walking across that street as quickly as one can without running. She looks at me and she just waves and goes, no, you have a nice dick. Right? How beautiful! Like a potentially dangerous situation, two strangers, two different races coming in an angry situation. And then we came together, making this man feel like shit. So if it's one thing that I can leave you with, it's this, ladies. It's remember the famous words of TLC and just be creeps. Yeah, just creep, you know? Join me, be a lady creep in 2019, all right? My name is Lydia Popovich. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your show.